the Kozłowski case. Can you help me understand this case? September term 2017, this is a defendant who was living with his girlfriend and her 6-year-old daughter. The defendant was using box cutters to open boxes. The 6-year-old asks him what he was doing. The defendant held a box cutter to the girl's stomach, told her he would kill her in her sleep, then laughed as the girl ran away. The girl later told her father about the incident, said she was unable to sleep, understandably. The same defendant later convicted of aggravated domestic assault with a deadly weapon. You dissented, saying he shouldn't have been convicted, and you wrote, in part because the blade was covered with plastic, it shouldn't have been considered a real threat, and you went so far as to analogize this to a pillow fight. I've got the case right here. You said this threat in this case is akin to the threat to use a pillow to swat somebody's backside. I have to tell you, this completely baffles me. The threat of a box cutter to a 6-year-old stomach, and the guy says he's going to kill her, and that's akin to swatting her with a pillow. What am I missing here?
Thank you, Senator. I think if the picture in your mind is the box cutter that we use to open boxes in our garage, I would understand your perception of that.
The picture is the one that is in the record because it's in the case. I can see it. It's right here. It's right here. It's a box cutter. There's a blade.
Yeah.
He put that to her stomach.
The blade was completely covered, Senator, and the question of
He threatened to kill her.
The question of law, well, there were two questions. One was the record and what the record showed, and I understand your description of what you understand the record to have showed. I'd have to go back and look more broadly. But the legal question is whether the definition of deadly weapon in Vermont law was satisfied by that implement. The fact that an implement may be used in a deadly way doesn't make it, by definition, a deadly weapon. And so the question involved the very specific nature of that box cutter and the way he used it.
Well, all I can say is I find your position in this case frightening. And the idea, as the father of 3 young children, the idea that somebody puts a box cutter to a young girl's stomach and says he's going to kill her in her sleep, and that's not an issue, frankly, I think that's crazy. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.